Hi there, and welcome to the Call of Cinema. And tonight we are doing the Ultimate 1990s horror movie tier list. So 1990 exactly. So it's the year 1990. And basically, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be looking at all these films. We did this together as a group, and basically, I kind of like stepped aside and let you guys kind of do your own thing. But you asked me if I would do it myself here, and let's get to that. Right now, I'm going to dive right into the list, and we'll see how my list might be slightly different from yours. So let's dive right in here. And I am going to start with, I guess, the same as you guys. So what I did was I reset the list. If you want to see what the list turned out like when we did it here as a group, what you guys voted for, then make sure you check that out because that video is here. And it's exciting because you never know where it's going to turn out. It goes by the way people, the way the viewers choose to vote. This one, however, this is my jam. So this is going to be my actual list. So we're gonna get rid of a couple easy ones early on, and then we'll dive into some of the deeper stuff. I don't know if my good list is gonna be quite the same as everybody else's. When it comes to Basket Case 2, I really did like the first Basket Case film. I thought it was a great movie, and I actually kind of dig Basket Case 3 a bit better than I did Basket Case 2. So that's going to hit the okay list, to be honest with you. Brighter Animator is another one of those where I'm not quite sure exactly where it fits, but I will like shock a few people and be honest and put Cat in the Damaged Brain for right now. We're going to put in meh. We'll probably come back to that because this is my official list. Now, Deadly Manor definitely goes into the okay category. It's a fun movie by Jose Larraz. Nothing, there's nothing groundbreaking about it, and it doesn't have kind of the visual aesthetic that that is some of his earlier films did. But it's a lot of fun. I might even bump it up to good afterwards. We're just going to see where it goes from this point on. And remember, when I'm doing this list here, obviously this is not the same as the list that was done before. This is not the same as your list. That's cool. I do recommend if you want to come in and like do your own list, feel free to do so, and even put it in the comment section down below. And with all that being said, do all the cool YouTube things like share, subscribe. If you want to join my Patreon, we do some special Call of Giallo things. We have verses and tier lists there, and we also have some very special kind of cool stuff. So you can always feel free to hit the donate link down below if that is something that you would like to do. But either if not, that's okay. Like, share, and subscribe. That's the most important things. All right, so let's get back to Brighter Animator. I go back and forth on this one. I actually do kind of dig beyond, and a lot of people don't. But at this point in time, we are going to put Brighter Animator tentatively in the good list. Now, Child's Play 2, this was a bit of a controversial one. And yeah, it's honestly for me, it's the best in the franchise until maybe Curse came out. That has kind of a gothic horror aesthetic to it. There's a really neat kind of aspect that I love about Child's Play 2. It moves at a quicker pace. We get like character actors like Garrett Graham in there, and it's just overall breathes better, a better film. Death by Temptation is actually going to go on the good category for right now, but this one might get pushed up to great, to be bluntly honest with you. This is one that I wasn't quite sure about when Vinegar Syndrome put it out because I hadn't seen it in years. But after rewatching it, it was one of those that I did watch a couple times afterwards, and I did like the way that it was done. Now, the first Power almost sound good, and it might get there, but we're going to go with okay for right now for the first Power. And I'll be bluntly honest with you, Flatliner is not a bad film, but for me, kind of fell kind of flat. It's kind of a bit meh. Now, Frankenhooker, straight up to the great category. It's fun. It knows exactly what it is. And this is the thing that I think, like, when some people are looking at some of these films and they'll rate them kind of lower, is that Yeah, and it all comes. It's all subjective. But I take into account a film that knows what it is, knows what genre it's playing in, and plays with it well. From the opening, kind of over the top sequence where we get the quote unquote accent with the lawnmower, you kind of know where the film is going, and it just keeps doubling down and doubling down. Whereas I like Brain Damage, I love Frankenhooker. Definitely on the great category. Almost want to put it on the tops. You never know. Another one that I think highly underrated is Frankenstein Unbound. This is going in the good category. This could very well end up in the greats, but it's a really good film. I really enjoyed it. Grim Prairie Tales was kind of a dark horse, but it definitely is going to be something that goes in the okay category for me. It is one that I'll put in great. I can't put in top. I mean, I love the film. It is a great representation. A fantastic cast, by the way. People talk about the cast on the new It, but the cast on the original It was really good as well. But due to the fact that just it itself is a story, the child part of it and the adult part, it's kind of an even. So I can't put it on top for that reason. I know that you'll notice I'm doing some of these more randomly than you would have seen here. Now, Shock 'Em Dead is not something that I'm going to put into the meh category because for me it wasn't. It was a fun little film. I know you guys thought it was pretty meh, but I'm going to put it in okay. I actually kind of dug it a bit. You see, we're getting more of an okay on here, not as many goods and greats quite yet. Jacob's Ladder for me is good. I know what you're saying. You're screaming at the screen right now, but I've got to be honest. I got to be true to me, and I can't just put on something because pretty much it's one of those universally loved type films. I got to be honest with my experience to the film, and for me, this is an upgrade. I actually really didn't like Jacob's Ladder when I first saw it. I didn't like it the second time I saw it. Now, the first time, it was probably because my experience at that time was I saw it with some people that, and I've heard a couple people actually that I had this experience that people ask some questions about the film, like during and after and stuff like that. And that never relates to usually to a really great viewing experience. I do acknowledge what a well done film this is, but this has to be my list and not a list done to equate to okay, let's do what critic X does. All right, Graveyard Shift. Again, I'm not sure I'm going to put this in great, but for now it's going good. Beyond the Darkness, not my favorite of the La Casa films. I'll put that out there right now. If this was Ghost House, you'd get it go higher, but for this one, it's just okay. Maniac Cop 2. What the hell did I do here? I accidentally made this go big. Now, how do I make this go down? Let's do this. There we go. Let's go a bit. Let's go a bit more. There. All right, so Maniac Cop 2, you're going to the top. Hands down, not a hard decision for me. Best sequel in the Maniac Cop series. And to be bluntly honest with you, it's a damn good film. It improves upon the first film tenfold. The first film has a great cast. Second film, an even better cast. Robert Davi actually makes a more charismatic and stronger lead than Bruce Campbell. I know it's sacrilege, right? But in this one case, it's actually true. He really suits the tone of the film more, and the origin aspect of it I found to be really good. Speaking of good, Meridian hits that category. I had a lot of fun with Meridian back in the day, and it's not just because we had Cyril and Finn doing all the nude scenes, but I actually that doesn't hurt. Mirror Mirror, although I do like this series, I'll be honest with you, it is fairly meh. not a great series of films. It's just something that I personally enjoy, but it's not something that I'll watch on a regular basis. Misery, it deserves to be in the top tier list. It's a fantastic film. It's extremely well acted. It's a very good Stephen King adaptation. One of the better ones, to be honest with you. Nightbreed, for me, yeah, that's still going to the top. I love Nightbreed. I like both versions. I like the theatrical cut, I like the director's cut. I don't like that overly long cut where they put all of it together. What's that called again? I can't remember right now, but I know that it's that was annoying as hell. It just had too much into it. All right, Night of the Living Dead. Great, easily great. I mean, loved Night of the Living Dead. So that was that's an easy one for me right there. Pledge Night. Again, I'm gonna go with Matt. I know this one up pretty high, but for me personally, it wasn't one of the greatest ones. Though I will easily put Predator 2 into the great category, and I'll easily put Prom Night 3 into the meh category. I know I could probably put it in the good, but I would really be stretching it if I was to do that. Now, along comes Psycho 4, the beginning, and it tells a really good tale. We have like great actors here. We got Henry Thomas and we got Olivia Hussey. Both are fantastic in the roles that they have to play. We get to see the final stamp for Anthony Perkins on it, and we get a satisfying conclusion and a surprisingly happier conclusion than you would expect from something like this. Unfortunately, Bates Motel, the TV series with, well, the pilot for a TV series with Bud Cort, would undo a bit of that, but we don't count that as canon. So Psycho 4 is the end of the Anthony Perkins one, and it is going to the top of the list right there. Next up, we have, what do we got? Slumber Party Massacre 3, which I thought was really, really fun. Extremely. Now, this isn't like the best of this style of film, but I do like what the film did. Acting wise, it was man, and there's a couple like cringy parts to the film that keeps it from going from great and sticks it right to the good category. Though I did have a lot of fun with it when I did watch it. Now, Sorority House Massacre 2, that's a totally different story. I straight up to it's for what it is, for knowing what it is, for doing an extremely good job of what it is. Sorority House Massacre 2. I know. You're thinking I'm crazy, right? But I'm putting it at a top because it's not one of those movies. Like, you get a lot of movies nowadays that will try, like a Sharknado or something, try super hard to become like a cult film. Sorority House Massacre 2 is a bit of a cult film, and I think we'll eventually, once these get good releases, we'll get even more of a following, just because it does all those things. It checks all those boxes without trying to check all those boxes. It has an interesting, fun cast. We get the introduction of Orville Ketchum, who is one of the most underrated, awesome characters from many slasher series. And right up there in the tops with that is Tales from the Dark Side. For me, this is a near perfect anthology film. I don't think there's no section of Tales from Dark Side that I actually don't like, and I'm not satisfied with. That being said, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 Leatherface does hit into the great category with me, and easy pick for Exorcist 3 in the tops, as Tremors. We're putting great for right now. Troll 2, it's fun. And this is what a movie like this should be. It's got Claudio Fragasso and Rosabella Drudy doing it. And they tend to be a fun group together. So, Troll 2. I'm not sure if I don't think it's the greatest bad movie, but it's definitely one of those you can sit down and have fun with. Two Evil Eyes is one that I liked, but I will definitely put it in the good category. Watchers 2, although I do love Tracy Scoggins, is going to go in the meh, because that's exactly what it is. And Witchcraft had not quite found its footing yet. It, again, not great stuff. Never great stuff. Witchcraft films, but they get better than part two. Um, Extra two, I honestly probably don't even remember it as well as I think I do. Extra two like solidly falls in the last one right there. And to be bluntly honest with you, witchcraft goes right underneath that. I think, in all honesty, I'm going to put Pledge Night down there, and I'll put Watchers. I do want to put Mirror Mirror a little bit higher, and I know a lot of people love Flatliners, so I'm going to get a lot of. Yeah, don't hate on this video, by the way, because it's not going to have like the films that you you want into a certain place or order. Hit the thumbs up, and then if you feel so inclined to make your own video and let me see it. I would love to do that. So Can't Damage Brain is going to go tops there. And actually, you know what? I did enjoy. I would watch Prom Night 3: The Last Kiss before I watch Can't Damage Brain. Some of you people are like screaming at me right now because I'm doing dirty to to Can't Damage Brain. But I'll be honest with you. As much as I find it fun, it's not my favorite. The First Power, it's good, but it's the least when it comes to these right here. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to put Beyond Darkness exactly where it is right now, and Basket Case 2, it's going to go right there. Grim Fairy Tales, perfect. Shock 'Em Dead, excellent placing for that for me personally, and Deadly Manor right there. So we get up to the good category, and this one gets a little bit harder. I will honestly, just because I'm not a huge fan of Jacob's Ladder, or never have been. I do acknowledge great film, but I'm not picking a movie because it's a great film. I'm picking a movie based on my own personal preferences and what I like. That should hopefully be apparent. I'm not trying to sway you into saying, okay, this is this is the list as the way it should be. This is my list as the way my list should be, and that's the way these lists should always be. Because any list that goes out and tells you, okay, this is the definitive, this is there's no changing it. There's no fun to that. Two Lies, I did really like this. So you Meridian, you're getting down there. But now it gets a lot harder. Now we're getting into stuff that I actually like. So Graveyard Shift, you're going right there. I did like Slumber Massacre 3, but again, there's just certain cringe parts to it that are. I love the mystery aspect of this film, but there's a couple sequences. Like there's one sequence that's kind of overly long, and it was like shot after the film's done. That really takes me out of the film. But I can't in good conscience put Death by Temptation lower than the number 2. And I'll be honest with you, for me, Frankenstein Unbound is a better film than Bride of Reanimator, and I do like Bride of Reanimator. But these are all in the good category, so it's never a bad thing. Honestly, here, Troll 2, you're going to the you're going to go to the bottom of the great list. You made it to great. I think Tremors is actually going to go up to the top list because I really did like that film, and I'm almost tempted to put Night of the Living Dead up there to swap something out for it. But Predator 2, you're going to stick around right. No, not there not. Leatherface can go there. It can go right here after for Leatherface. Frankenhooker, God, there's so many of these that I actually legitimately think are great films. Okay, I have to do it. Night of the Living Dead is going up there. So Frankenhooker, you get the top of the great category. So you can see my top list is bigger than the top list that was done when we did it as a group here. All right, so what goes to the bottom of this top list? And I'm sure there's a lot of these here you think will go to the bottom. But of course, Sorority House Massacre, it's a fun film, but it's the top list as my top. Now, this is a top well-made film list. Going for a next right here, it's really hard, but Night of the Living does not stand down that low, but yeah, Tremors. I'll put Tremors right there, and I think that wow, my list this is going to be a controversial list, by the way, guys. That we're going to go with, and it's already a great category anyway, so we're going to put Psycho for the beginning right here. I actually really, really enjoyed Nightbreed, but it's going to go right here. And I think I'm going to put it right under Tales from the Dark Side, which I really, really like. Now, this is where it gets really hard. I loved Exorcist 3. I thought it was a fantastic film, one of the great sequels. And I can't say underrated because people do really tend to like Exorcist 3 now. Misery is going to top my list the same as it did here. Well, it's a fantastic film. But this is hard. So these four are hard for me because these are four films that I really, truly enjoy and I will watch over and over again. Child's Play will get go into second place, I think. And I think I got to put Misery in first place. It's just the acting is so good when it comes to Misery. So Maniac Cop and Child's Play 2 beat Exorcist 3. That will be quite the thing, wouldn't it? So I won't do that. Though I'll be honest with you, I do want to put Child's Play 2 up there. So it is getting third place. So there you go. Here is my list. And I'm just taking a look over to make sure that there's nothing that I want to change. Because, that's always the kind of the cool thing is I can make last minute changes. So my list is probably way more shocking, than other lists that you'll see. So in the from Mare right up to the top, we got Extra 2, Witchcraft 2, The Temptress, Pledge Night, Watchers 2, Flatliners, the original, Mirror Mirror, Cat in a Damaged Brain, Prom Night 3, The Last Kiss, The First Power, Cast of 5, Beyond the Darkness, Breakfast Case 2, Grim Prairie Tale, Shock 'em Dead, Deadly Manor, Jacob's Ladder, Meridian, Two Evil Eyes, Graveyard Shift, Slumber Party Massacre 3, Bride of Reanimator, Death by Temptation, Frankenstein Unbound, Troll 2, It, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Predator 2, Frankenhooker almost made it to the top category, by the way. Sorority House Massacre 2. I know this is going to be a really controversial one, but shag it right. It's my list. Tremors, Night of the Living Dead, Psycho 4, The Beginning, Nightbreed, Tales from the Dark Side, Maniac Cop 2, Child's Play 2, both great sequels. Exorcist 3, superior to both of those films, both, in the way that it's made and the fact that it's just really good. And Misery, it's got to be the top one for the list right there. So there you go. That is my list when it comes to that. And it's just, you can see it on the big portion of the screen. There it is right there. And hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, then, hopefully you're hitting the like button. If you didn't, as Mad Dog would say, why'd you get this far? So there you go. That is my, and I'm doing this late at night, so to make sure that this can come up here for Monday. But this is my ultimate 1990, the year of 1990, just so you know, horror movie tier list. I know it's going to be a bit controversial, but I really enjoyed it, and hope to see you soon right here in the Call to Cinema. Because right here, as you always know, there's always another movie. See you soon.